It's enough to make New York City taxpayers pull out hair by the handfuls.
The city is paying hundreds of teachers millions of dollars to sit in vacant classrooms and do absolutely nothing.
These exiled educators call them rubber rooms where they stay. Chris Glorioso is live outside one of the so-called rubber rooms to explain why the Department of Education says it has no choice but to waste money on idle teachers. Chris?
Well, Jim, the Department of Education says some teachers are simply unfit for the classroom and some teachers are unsafe for the classroom. But it's not as simple as just firing them. The city needs to find a place to warehouse them, and that is where these so-called rubber rooms come in. As you say, I'm standing in front of one, but you wouldn't know it. It looks like just a building for rent, but some teachers have been coming here for months and years.
That is so humiliating.
Every school day for the last 8 months, special ed teacher Wendy Hazen has lived in educational purgatory. She believes a student complained after she demanded the child take out homework. A typical request, but it ended with an official allegation. Verbal abuse was the complaint.
This is what happens with children. You could say, you know, you didn't do your homework. I'm not happy that you didn't do your homework. And then they get upset because they know that you're not happy with them. So they feel that you're yelling at them.
While investigators look into the verbal abuse accusation, Hazen must join more than 600 other educators in what are irreverently known as rubber rooms. The city has 7 of them, officially called reassignment centers. You'd never know one exists on the 8th floor of this 7th Avenue building. But inside, teachers twiddle their thumbs, often for years, while cases of misconduct are built.
The rubber room.
The rubber room.
This is rare video inside a rubber room. Filmmaker Justin Segnar has been making a documentary about the curious and costly phenomenon. The city shells out more than $65 million a year to pay its suspended teachers.
I don't have a good answer as to why some cases last 3 years and more. You know, they go longer than 3 years, too. You know, in the beginning, a lot of times people don't know why they're in the rubber room, or they don't necessarily know even what a rubber room is.
Yes to the classroom!
Yes to the classroom!
No to the rubber room!
No to the rubber room!
Today, several exiled teachers joined City Council member Charles Barron to demand the Bloomberg administration close its rubber rooms. The city defends the reassignment centers, saying tenured teachers who act improperly are often too difficult to fire. This is not an ideal system, said education spokeswoman Ann Forte, but given the realities of the cumbersome state laws and union contract, we're in a position where we need to balance our obligation to safeguard children with our legal obligation for fairness to teachers.
We are subjected to the most inhuman and emotional torment as we sit waiting to be charged for crimes we never even committed.
Now, even the protesting teachers admit some educators must be yanked from the classrooms, especially the ones accused of sexual and physical misconduct. They just want these investigations to move at a more rapid pace. For its part, the Department of Education says it has taken steps to hire more arbitrators so they can shuttle through these cases more quickly. But we are still hearing anecdotes of people who have been in rubber rooms for up to 5 years. Reporting live in Washington Heights tonight, Chris Glorioso, Wpix News at 10. Back to you.
Very strange.